Welcome to this video. My name is DeJarvis, Floyd, also known as Anvil. Back at you with another video. Today we're here live at Lackland Air Force Base. You guys see the cargo plane behind me. You guys don't know me. I'm a U.S. Air Force vet. I've been in marketing for 16 years. I also have a master's degree. We're here live with Clifford Starks, professional
What's up,
UFC,
champions?
professional UFC fighter, and Hall of Famer who's fought in plenty of battles. Clifford is what? I mean,
14
how
and
many fights have
5.
you been in? Huh?
14 and 5. Been in 19.
Wow.
19 fights. Yeah.
So that means he knows what he's doing, guys. We're here today to basically announce something very special. Very excited right now. Cliff is going to bring a lot of talent to, that he has in the ring to you guys' lives through coaching and our brand new boot camp that we have. It's going to be in person in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Are you excited, Clifford Starks?
I'm very excited. Looking forward to it.
All right. So you guys watching out there, I want you guys to know that we mean business. I've helped countless people. I'm talking about dentists, doctors, lawyers. I've seen people transform their lives, go from making 30,000 over 200. I've also seen businesses go from making 1-2 million to making over 40 million inside of my courses and my ability. With Mr. Starks here combining with him, he's also helped people too, right, Cliff?
I have. Yeah, I've helped hundreds of people in the journey, and it's been a absolute pleasure and a humbling experience, to say the least, going through transformation and taking people from one area in their life and becoming something completely different.
Right. And I think the best thing for me, man, is just seeing someone go from making 30,000 or 40,000, right? And the way you dress and the way you look, when that person makes over 200 or somebody goes from making 200 to 500, the transformation for me is important because you can see their hair changes. I mean, literally their car they drive changes, right? The way they walk changes, the way they feel changes. So that, guys, if you guys don't know, we've helped so many people. A lot of times it just blows my mind to see that result, right? And Cliff being in the ring, man, the same thing about you, bro. To get into a UFC fight, everybody can't do that because they don't have that drive and dedication to go through the reps, right? And so
Yeah.
we're helping you guys out by taking you guys through the reps, but using fighting techniques. For example, whenever you're in a boxing match, guys, the first round is all about what? It's about collecting data, studying the other opponent, getting to know what he's doing, how he's moving. You're going to be doing your thing, staying out of the way, not getting hit a lot, right? So the same principles that he's learned, and I've also fought too, right? But he's a professional, of course. We're going to teach you guys that inside our boot camp. So I hope you're excited. This boot camp's going to be live, right? We already done our boot camp. We got members now that's rocking out with us. So we're going to have one in live in person. We're going to have a personal chef there. We're going to give you guys our knowledge, our step-by-step, hold our hand. And having someone like Clifford in your corner is just going to be amazing. And you combine us two together, you guys have a really strong unit, as well as Misty. It's not just us, guys. It's going to be other people that have success stories as well. So, are you guys ready to rock out or what? Are you excited, guys? You should be. So, Cliff, like, what's some of the things from your experience, from your coaching, what you can share that you're going to teach inside of this one-on-one, this boot camp face-to-face, or our private coaching also, guys?
Yeah, the biggest thing, I've helped a lot of people with finding their success. And a lot of times we think success is outside of us, and that's just not the truth. Success is always inside of us, and it's figuring out, having the person ask the right questions to really pull out the greatness that is in every single one of us. I've studied successful people since I was young. It's really been a fascination of mine, and I've been successful myself. And that's what I love most. Is it's not just about knowing it; it's about doing it and understanding it. Because when you understand it, you can help others understand it too. And that's the name of the game. Is people just, when they know it and they get something, they become a different person. And I just want to help transform you on your journey. And what's cool is every transformation that I give to you, you're really giving it back to me as well. Because there's always more. I have 3 coaches that I'm working with, and I shock my coaches too. And I think that's the way the game should be played. It's like, hey, let's shock the world. Why not? Like, even with what DeJarvis talks about is fearless. Be fearless. Go all in on your journey. Go all in. Why not?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And I've seen so many people that are like in fear, man, of just being their great selves, becoming great or pursuing your dreams. So we help you overcome that fear. And fear has hampered so many people, including myself at times. But I've learned how to overcome fear. For having, and Cliff obviously has to be able to step into a ring. And for me to step into a ring and fight against somebody bigger than me, I'm telling you guys, when we work with you, right, inside of our boot camp, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be amazing, guys. It's going to be in person, but even our one-on-one coaching. You guys have options today. You can get our one-on-one coaching or the boot camp, right? You'll see that somewhere around this video. The more information, okay? But the point is that you're going to get somebody that has overcame those challenges. That's going to push you to the extreme and doing it in a loving and caring way, you know?
Yeah.
So,
And I also want to talk about fear real quick too, because what's interesting, high performers, fear always exists. It's always there. There's different levels of it. And so there's high performers out there who are crushing it. They're crushing it, but they're also probably getting crushed too by the pressure. They're getting crushed by all the things that they have to do.
mm-hmm.
And that a form of fear is not letting go of something so that you can go do something bigger and better.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I want to let people know, like, this is for the beginners and this is for the high achievers too. This is for the people who are crushing it in business and
mm-hmm.
they're feeling the pressure crushing them. Like there's so much that they have to do that it's like, well, I have to do all of these things. No, you don't. Like there's always support. It's just figuring out where those support systems are at.
Right. And we're here for you guys. And we have plenty of testimonials to back us up. But Cliff, what's one of the things, man? Because I've been in some situations, I've had to get on stage and do a concert before and different things. And I remember that fear. But I can't imagine walking into a UFC fight, right? And having to get into that cage for the first time. So what's that like for you and getting in there and actually overcoming that initial, maybe that first fight?
You know, I always remind people, why are they doing what they're doing? Right? Like they have to have a big enough why to do what they do. And my why as a fighter was I wanted to see who I was. I wanted to see who I was going to be. And there was my main goal, my main mission is to support people and support myself to be the best that I can be and help them be the best that they can be. But yeah, it's scary shit to say the least.
Right.
And you gotta control this thing. When you can control this thing, wow, the things that you can do are limitless.
Right.
But it will test you. You know, it'll test you. The biggest test is when you're getting your hands wrapped. That's when you know it's really real. You know, you have moments of reality when you sign the contract, when you start training for the fight, when you start doing all the things that are in line with it. But once you get your hands wrapped, you're like, oh, this is really about to go down. And you gotta stay, I call it in the pocket. Because if you go outside of the pocket, your body gets too nervous and it goes nuts. And if you pretend like you don't care, well, then you're not going to play the game the way you need to play the game. But when you're in the pocket, when you're in the zone, you're going to play the best game that you play, and the chips are going to fall where they're going to fall.
Right. I think that's amazing, man. And that's what you guys are going to get with us is like that fighter's mentality is to come out of. I mean, I was in the same situation, Cliff. I remember you fought professional. I didn't fight professional. I fought amateur, but I still understand getting those hands wrapped, guys. And I remember I'm like, I'm going to get in this ring today. And I had maybe a month of training, but I had fought, it's one of my best friends all my life, right? So the point is like just to see that moment, you're like, oh my God. When a lot of guys would have, I could have easily got out that fight. I had high blood pressure. I found out I had that the same day. I could have got out that fight, but I wanted to see what I had. And so that's a mentality, guys, that's helping me overcome so many obstacles. And obviously, Cliff, working with you has already helped me, bro. Straight up. Yep. So I know what you bring to the table. I know what we bring to the table. And so when you got in that ring, man, when the bell sounded after they said your name and you looked across the ring at that other guy, how'd you feel?
Well, the ref goes, you ready? And you're doing this, but your mind's probably like, no, don't do it. And then the other guy's probably feeling the exact same way.
Right.
It goes so fast, but I'll tell you this, you've done a lot for me as well, sir. And what's cool is life's a game of habits. Either you have the habits that serve you or you have the habits that don't. And ultimately, as I play the game, I want to find the habits that serve me the best. And
Mhm.
the way to find the habits that serve you the best is stepping in the arena. I always
Yeah,
I say you got to step in the arena and you're
right,
going to figure something.
right. And so that's what we ask you guys to do is step into the arena with us. Take a chance and leap of faith, guys, and understand you're gonna have two people that care. I've seen Cliff give back. I've gave back to so many people and I've helped so many people. You guys will see our testimonials too. This isn't no joke or no game. Like I waited before I was very ready for this. Right. I want to make sure I'm truly impacting the world. And now I have a strong team. So we come together, we're going to help you guys as business. If you got a office building, or if you're a dentist, a doctor, we go in there and transfer your business over one weekend. Literally. So how are you watching this video? Just make sure you guys sign up with for our email list, and you guys will see what we do. But this is a heart to heart because we're not playing. Like I remember, and I remember with Cliff when I was in the ring. I looked across there and seen the guy. It was a guy
Mhm.
that about 6'3", maybe 6'2", bigger than me,
Yeah.
taller than me. He looked at me, gave me he gave me this mean look. I was like, oh, he don't know. He scared me, but scaring me was the worst thing he ever could have done in his life. I operate
Mhm.
good in that kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
fear, literally had to overcome that. And like you said, when that bell rings, you got to walk forward and run out the ring one, right?
Yep.
So you got to walk forward in life, guys. Even though you're up against a challenge like this right here, look at this long road right here, guys. That's a long, long path right there. These are bombers over here, right? This is a cargo plane, excuse me. This brings in
Mhm.
supplies, right? All this experience, military experience, who's gonna help you guys out? Because I learned discipline, how to get up in the morning at 4:30. You guys don't know, Cliff knows. I get up about 3 every day. Every morning, because I care about my people. And at the boot camp, guys, in person, you guys are gonna get up early too. But it's gonna be for a good reason. You're gonna learn so much. This is called the Flying Fortress. Okay? This brings in supplies, right? You need your supplies and your cargo. A lot of people look to the bombers immediately with the military and think those are the most important planes, right? They're important. But you guys, the foundation and the pieces that are going to get you there, your systems. And so we provide you guys top of the line coaching, but also your systems and automation and funnel building. We have the whole pie. In order to get your business to rock out, you have to put different pieces together, right? One piece that's like, and Cliff knows this, you can't just have a jab in a
Yep.
fight. You got to have a couple of different punches, but you got to have that jab still. That's
Yep.
important in the fight to have that jab to keep them off you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, are you guys ready or what? Are you guys excited out there? Are you guys ready to change your lives today? Right? Let's end the year right. Right? Let's not let one more day pass us by. Then we take a massive action in your business and in your life. How you feeling, sir?
I'm loving it. I talk about people getting fit in their life, and fit stands for getting the foundations right, like
Mm-hmm.
getting those pieces in place.
Mm-hmm.
I stands for intention. What are your intentions? What do you want to create? And ultimately, when I talk to entrepreneurs and I talk to business owners, it's tends to be the same thing: freedom. That's what we
Mm-hmm.
want. We want to be free. We want to
Mm-hmm.
be free to do what we want when we want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the T is the transformation. You got
Mm-hmm.
to go through a transformation. And the transformation, I believe, should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a lot of fun. And I go, you got to fight to flow, fight to flow. And
Mm-hmm.
what that means is you're going to put in some reps,
Mm-hmm.
but you're going to get better with each rep that you put in. And
Right.
you're going to have support on which reps to put in too. If you're putting
Right.
in the wrong reps, that sucks.
Hey, that's powerful,
Now,
man. Yeah.
putting in the right reps and putting in the right reps with the right people and the right guidance, that's fun. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the way it should be.
Mm-hmm. Powerful, man. Yeah. And I remember shooting the basketball the wrong. You got with the wrong form for a while, and then I figured out how to shoot the basketball with the right form. I was making a lot more jump shots. So that makes a lot of sense. You know,
Yes.
but this is powerful, and I want to share some else with you guys, right? Um, understand this, right? And Cliff said this to me earlier, right? If you want to go somewhere, right, and you have to understand that, like, and I think you said it best when you said that um, people that want self development are our perfect clients, right? If this is something you're doing because you're desperate, you might not be our client, but if you want to professionally grow, because I had to, so this is why you guys are so powerful to me. I went to a boot camp about 3 years ago, right? It changed my life. So now I'm able to do one at a high level, have a personal chef there feeding us, and we're gonna have a good time. I mean, I'm about you, Cliff, but I have a good time when I get together with people. You're gonna have fun. And
Yep.
you guys gonna learn how to change your business at the same time and meet some amazing people. But this changed my life a while ago, and people I was
Mhm.
around, and I saw how all of us changed. Some of them are gonna beat the boot camp with me. So they were in the last boot camp I was in. So that's why this all makes sense for you guys to go ahead and join us today, because we're waiting for you. But we can't wait forever because we gotta continue to grow. Are you guys ready to grow or what? And our perfect clients are who, Cliff? It's gonna be people, like you said, that wants help development, but industry wise, I say real estate agents. If you're a wealth coach, any type of coach, health coach, relationship coach, life coach, any type of insurance, right? Dentists, doctors, lawyers, any other things, Cliff, you can think of, a perfect person for you and working with us in this boot camp or our
You
coaching
know,
program.
I will say I'm gonna take this from Les Brown, and he says you got to be hungry.
Mm,
And when I look at these, now this is where things get interesting. A micro principle is something that applies in one arena and can apply it to another arena. And as I'm going through it, or actually it's a microcosmic principle. I got this from Myron Golden. And as I looked at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, he's right. So this is what's really cool. This can work in any business. And I know that's kind of a bold statement to say. Like, how can that work in any business? How
mm,
could this possibly do? There's certain principles that need to be established. And when those principles are established, you win. You win this game. And so it's not to say that I can just give you a set of principles and it's going to work, because it won't. That's the same thing as a personal trainer giving someone a meal plan and saying, here, take this. I didn't look at you. I don't know anything about you. Take this and good luck. It won't
mm,
work.
yeah,
But when
yeah.
you take an expert eye, and they can see things that you couldn't see before and move things in a way that you haven't even thought about moving before and shifting before,
Mm.
that's where the transformation occurs.
Man, that's powerful, man. And that makes so much sense because you guys think about it. You guys know me. I know I've worked in several industries, right? Real estate, roofing. No matter what I do, because I have those principles in place, I usually do very successful in every industry. It's just some have different profit margins per sale, which makes it a little different. But I think that we're going to transcend the world because Clifford and I myself don't just go with follow the pack. Okay. I remember earlier he said, everyone's talking about niching down and how important that is, right? Niching down is important to some people, but when you think about it, we're changing the game because we don't just go with the pack. And I understand how niching down can be a benefit, but you don't have to if you have a different philosophy, right? It's always about niching down. It's about improving your form, right? Once Cliff here, I'm telling you right now, check this out. This is a way to think about it. Clifford is a UFC fighter, can wrestle, does all these things, but I bet you Cliff can get in the boxing ring and still box, and hold his own because he knows how to fight. You see? So niching down is cool, but you saw how there'll be a UFC guy that'll beat a boxer one day. It might not happen right away, but what I'm saying is like, don't always believe what you hear, guys. Sometimes you got to test things out a little bit, and that's what I do with you guys' marketing campaign. We test things out. Me and Clifford back here make inventing ways that are going to help you guys out based on our experience. And I've saw people. I've been in relationships with people that have been anybody's been around me has came up, been blessed. You know, they still call me because I get results and they've seen the results. Okay, on a very consistent basis. So I'm just excited for you guys. I don't want to overdo this video because we're going to come back with more. But this is a foundational day for me because we're saying we're going to do it, right? We have a boot camp. One's online. That's $197 a month. But we have another one that's going to be in person, guys. We're going to start off in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So you guys check the dates back later for the dates and all that because we're going to have more than one of those, okay? And then we have our one-on-one coaching program. You guys can go on our site. You can sign up. But more importantly, it's just go on our site and get our newsletter, first of all. Sign up for our email list. But you can join our boot camp today, okay? Your life can change starting today. And so, Cliff, um, any last words, man? Like, as far as, I think a good way to go off on this thing right here is to say, after you won your first fight in the UFC, how'd that make you feel?
Wow, it was no one's actually ever asked me that question before. It was an exciting moment. You know what, the moment that excited me actually more than getting my hand raised, though, this actually excited me more. I told my coach I wanted to fight in the UFC in less than a year, and he said there is no way, it's not happening. And just in Cliff fashion, I was like, well, let's see. and
Yeah,
and
it's funny,
we
man.
ended up getting there in 10 months. We got there in 10 months.
Yeah.
And the coolest thing was we're in the back and we're getting ready to walk out. And he goes, "How did we do this?" And I go, "Trevor, you were right there with me the entire time. We did it together."
Right.
And that's what it was. Like, we put in the reps, we put in the principles that I
Yeah.
talk about. These
Right.
principles, they're
Mm,
timeless. I'm not
mm,
kidding,
mm.
because I've done it not just with myself, but with a whole bunch of other people. And it was exciting at that time to say, "Hey, we got to do it." I didn't have the principles refined like I do now, but
Right. I get it, bro. I
but
get
I
it. I get
I
it.
I went through the process. I went through the
And,
process,
man, that
and it
says a
was
lot
exciting.
about you, man. That says a lot because that means you have what's called willpower. I know how that feels
Yeah,
too, guys. When someone thinks you can't do something, so imagine again having us working with. We're gonna find a way. That's what that means with that right there. There wasn't a way he should have been
yeah,
in the UFC fighting in a year. I mean,
yeah.
but he did it. So guys, get excited because we're gonna help you guys out. Okay, today's the day. All right, today's the day you got your life get changed. We're excited to have you guys on our journey with us. Our next videos, guys, stay tuned. That's gonna be talking about more UFC fighting and fighting techniques. So guys, subscribe to our channels. Stay in touch. You know, guys, follow us. Just be here because we're going to talk about some amazing things about Cliff's journey through the UFC, the things that he saw, I think the ways that can help your life out. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Okay,
One more thing. One more thing. Have a conversation with us. Like, let us know what's working, what's not working for you, because ultimately this game's about you. It's about us supporting you, getting you to where you need to go. And I know the entrepreneur, like, what makes the entrepreneurial and the business journey so difficult is people don't even see the things that you're going through. They can't see it. And so you're in a safe space, have your conversation, and just let it out,
yeah,
because you'll learn some things and you get
yes.
supported in the way that you need to get supported.
And Cliff did come up with this motto. There's a safe place for you guys to do your marketing and your business with us, and that's powerful. So again, thanks, guys. And one more thing, we have to figure out what you're doing right and wrong in your business to kind of highlight what he just said, right? Sometimes you harp on the things you're doing wrong. Don't do that, guys. It's about what you're doing right and wrong. Things you're doing right, do more of those. Cut the rat out, okay? We're gonna help you guys out in so many ways, and we love you guys so much. And thank you guys for watching this video today. All right, guys, take care. Let's
You've
get
been
started
amazing.
today. Let's end the year right, guys. You guys take care, and we'll see you on the next video. Let's go.